And we are live. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Real English with Real Teachers with myself, Charlie, and my friend Harry on the other line. Today, we're going to be talking about some idioms, and we're going to be putting them into practice, into a real conversation. That's the way we like to do it here on Real English with Real Teachers, giving you examples in the real moment, here and now, so that you can understand daily English and be able to communicate with British English natives confidently. And so we're going to be focusing on idioms with the word give in it. So we'll be exempling them through conversation and then getting you to get active in the comments. So we'll get started with that pretty soon. I just want to say hello to Harry first. Hello, Harry.
Hello, Charlie. How are you? Thank you for giving me a bell today and coming up with this great idea.
Yeah, I gave you a shout, yeah. Or I gave you a buzz. Which one is it? Oh, I'm not sure. We'll explain. But yeah.
There are so many. They're all going to contain that word give. Give is one of the most commonly used verbs in the English language, and we think you need to know these idioms. They're very commonly used in work, in informal settings, so you need to know them. You need to know them.
You do, yes. And we're going to give you the chance to comment and chat with us using them as we go. But as I said, we want to keep it real. So we haven't prepared anything particularly other than the idioms. So we don't know how this is going to go, do we, Harry?
We don't know, but let's give it a go. Let's give it a go. Before we get into that, let's just give them. Let's just start our shout out about italki. So this video has kindly been sponsored by our wonderful friends over at italki, which is an online language academy where you can learn English and any other language from the comfort of your own home. I use this website. Charlie uses this website as well. We use it as teachers and as learners of languages. And it's great. So they have thousands of teachers on there. You can go on and look for the person that suits you, your style of learning, and you can take lessons with them via Skype. It's really simple, super convenient. Find a teacher that suits your schedule and someone that you like, and you've got your conversation partner. It's great, isn't it, Charlie?
It really is. Yeah, you use it with your Spanish and you've used it with your Italian, I think.
Sí. Allora, yes. Yes, I have.
Fantastic. You can see that it's working very well for Harry. So we suggest you give it a go. We've got a link in the description box for $10 worth of italki credits after you purchase your first lesson. So don't hesitate to use that. But I think we should get back to the idioms and starting with the one that Harry used a second ago. Give somebody a bell. Give somebody a bell. I've done something silly, Harry. I've permanently marked my board with italki. So let's hope they sponsor some more videos.
So you can buy a new board. Absolutely. Okay, well, I will be the writer for today's video then. That's nice that you've permanently got italki on there. You can use that for future videos.
Yeah, it shows some loyalty with them, doesn't it?
Absolutely. So the first one is to give somebody a bell. To give somebody a bell, but we could also say to give somebody a buzz. To give somebody a buzz. So at the weekend, when I'm feeling lonely in my apartment on my own, I like to give Charlie a buzz. I give him. What do I give you, Charlie?
You give me a bell. Yeah. Oh, sorry, Stacey. Harry's. Well, you would say that Harry's belling me, wouldn't you? Harry's buzzing me. Harry's calling. I need to answer. But Harry gave me a buzz earlier and chatted with him for a little bit, didn't I?
I don't know why, but every time we say expressions, I always think of like a sexual connotation for them. When we say give someone a buzz so many times, it starts to sound sexual. I don't know why.
That's just your perverted mind. Just a life hack, guys. If you're ever in this predicament, then cover it in whiteboard, and it will slowly come off in a terrible way.
Wait, you
It's not
cover
come
it
off at all.
in black, do you?
You cover it in normal board marker.
Okay.
It's kind of coming off.
That's brilliant. What a fantastic life hack, guys. These are all free of charge, of course. So there you go. So a very informal way to say, give me a call. Would you say this in the work setting, Charlie? Could you say to someone, give me a bell if you have any problems?
I think with a colleague you could, yeah, if you're comfortable with them. But as a client or a business relationship, probably not. You'd say, give them a call, or we will be here to support you if you phone us, blah blah blah, or send us an email. Yeah, don't say give us a shout. Give us a shout is quite informal. But there's a difference between give us a call and give us a shout. It's often used like just to get attention, to give somebody a shout. Give me a shout when you're done. Give me a shout when you've gotten up for the day.
Yes.
When we were in Amsterdam together, neither of us wanted to get up first to tell the other person to get up, did we? So we'd never like to shout, give them a shout when they're up.
It's true. It's true. So if you give someone a shout, it is normally with your voice. You're telling someone, all right, Charlie, I'm up. That's me giving Charlie a shout. But yeah, it's really informal. But you could do it via a call as well. You could say, give me a shout when you're ready. And that could mean give me a bell, maybe.
Yeah, I think it's overlapped a lot. The dictionaries say the difference, but we use it in both ways. Yeah.
There you go. So we're not sure, but let's give Charlie the benefit of the doubt on this one.
Oh, brilliant, brilliant. So that is the second phrase, to give somebody the benefit of the doubt. My dad used to always talk about this with cricket, but I don't know how many of you are cricket enthusiasts. I'm sure Harry will be falling asleep anytime soon.
Sorry, what did you say? When did your dad use this related to cricket then? I want to hear this.
Well, you've got the fielders and the batter, and the batter is always given the benefit of the doubt with if the ball hits their pad. But yeah, we could go further if you want me to.
Okay, so what the players will believe that it's hit the pad and it wasn't aiming for the wicket?
Oh, very good. Yes. Were you a cricketer?
Oh, I had my cricket days.
Okay. Well, I don't know if you can see this.
No, we can't.
I'm gonna do this. This is the wicket, and then the batter stands in front like this, and then the ball comes, and if it hits their pad, then it could be, if it was on line with the stumps, it could be out. The batter is out, fail. But they give them the benefit of the doubt, and often don't raise the finger if they're not sure. If they're not sure.
So they don't give them the finger.
A different finger, Harry. A different finger.
So there you go. If they are giving the batsman the benefit of the doubt, they are believing him. So he's saying it hit my pad and it wasn't going to hit the wicket. So they are believing him. They are giving him the benefit of the doubt, or her. There can be female batsmen. That's possible.
Or her. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But another example, Charlie. What about when we were in Greece and I had the responsibility of writing subtitles for one of our videos, and you asked me, Harry, have you done the subtitles? Have you done them well? And I said, yeah, I've done them. Yeah. And did you give me the benefit of the doubt?
No, definitely not. No, I checked and I was appalled. I wanted to call it a day with the whole of Real English with Real Teachers. He did an appalling job. Every other sentence was wrong. Yeah, so I felt like I was in it for the wrong reasons then. I wanted to slip my wrists and just, end it there and then. No,
Oh
I
my,
didn't. I didn't feel that bad about it for me. I just thought you're useless.
fantastic. Well, thank you for that, Charlie. That really makes me feel good about myself. But there's been some good language there while you were slagging me off. Or we could say Charlie was giving me an earful, or he gave me an earful when he realized that. So he didn't give me the benefit of the doubt. He didn't believe me. Okay. But if he had believed me when I said, Charlie, yeah, I've done the subtitles, Charlie would say, yeah, okay, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. I'll believe you for now because you are, it's plausible that you did a good job with the subtitles. But Charlie, you realized I did a bad job. You were appalled, you were upset, outraged, and you then gave me an earful.
Very nice. Yeah, I gave you an earful. I don't know if I did actually. I'm too polite. I'm too British. I awkwardly told you my mind or gave you a piece of my mind, but in a very mild and pathetic way. I was too afraid of hurting or damaging our relationship, our friendship, not romantic relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you tactfully gave me a piece of your mind. What does that mean if you give somebody a piece of your mind?
To tell them how you're feeling, and often it's a negative feeling, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I'd say it's not like you're telling them off. You're saying what you've done is wrong. You're kind of a little bit angry, really, because of what they did. But yeah, Charlie wasn't too harsh with it. So he gave me a piece of his mind. He gave me a piece of his mind. Have you ever given someone a piece of your mind? Tell us in the comments of this video. I want to hear about you giving someone a piece of your mind.
Yeah, someone gave us a piece of their mind in the comments section. I read it this morning. Someone was very unhappy with one of our videos, and he went to great lengths explaining why. It was an essay of a comment, but yeah, well, fair play to him. It's free speech, free country, free world. Can you say free world? Because England has the freedom of speech, but certain other countries don't. Could you say it's a free world?
Free world. I don't think this phrase has ever kind of been coined. I don't think it's actually a phrase.
No, I'm coining it. I'm
You've
coining it.
coined it. You've just coined it.
I'm trying to coin it, but I'm wondering if we can,
Oh my
because
God.
it's a free country. That's fine. That's fine in England if you're able to speak your mind publicly without being arrested. But
I
free
don't
world.
think you can say it. I don't think you could say it because in other countries they have different laws. Maybe you don't have freedom of speech. So we can't say it's a free world.
But
But
what
let's
about
see what free country is.
a free country? Well, I just said it's ability to speak publicly about anything, really, without being locked up.
There you go. Free. So we'd say it's a free country. It's a free I'm going to say, maybe you'd say it after you say something controversial or when someone else says something controversial. It's a free country. Say what you like.
Yeah, yeah. Did you often use this phrase in the playground when you were a kid?
I seem to remember using it. Did you?
Yeah, yeah. I remember one guy in my class that was really annoying. Whenever he did something like everyone didn't like, he'd be like, "It's a free country. It's a free country. I can do it."
Yeah. If I want to wee, against the school wall, I can. It's a
Well,
free.
no, that's different. That's a yellow card by the police.
That's indecent exposure.
And urinating on someone's property.
Yeah, whatever. Free country. So it's not just about the things you say, it's also about the things you do, right? So it's saying you can do what you like. Don't criticize me. I've done a wee over there. It's a free country.
don't think it's about speech. But if you want to try pissing on a policeman, then go ahead. Go ahead. See what they do. I don't suggest that. But anyway, the next phrase, I can't match the conversation with it. The next phrase is to give somebody the cold shoulder. Give somebody the cold shoulder.
Very good. I'm trying to think of a time when someone has given me the cold shoulder. Is anything coming to your mind, Charlie? A time when someone gave you the cold shoulder?
Yeah. I remember going to a club at university with you, and we saw a couple of girls, and we thought, oh, here we go, let's give it a go. But they gave us the cold shoulder very quickly.
Okay. So we went over dancing a little bit, and they probably turned their backs to us and just completely ignored us in an unfriendly way, right?
Yes. Yeah. But they looked at us, they assessed what we were bringing to the party, but very quickly they gave us the cold shoulder.
Yeah, probably when they saw that I was wearing shorts and long stripy socks.
Yeah, but weirdly, that's in now. That's really cool.
It is, yeah. I was ahead of my time, wasn't I?
You really were. Yeah.
There you go. So it's when somebody ignores you, maybe in an unfriendly way. So, you know, these girls, they could have invited us to join their dancing circle. We could have been their friends. Maybe we didn't have, you know, other intentions. We didn't want any funny business. We just wanted to dance. And they gave us the cold shoulder. They gave us the cold shoulder. So it's quite physical, isn't it? Because it could mean they turned away from you, but it's not always in a literal way. Maybe if they just ignore you.
Yeah, it doesn't suggest that shoulder is colder than the other shoulder. They've not been leaning on a freezer. But it does mean that they are being horrible or mean.
Yeah, exactly.
Not kind. Yeah. Okay, so there we go. Give somebody a bell, a buzz, a shout. Give somebody the benefit of the doubt. Give somebody the cold shoulder. These are great phrases. If you wanted to get practicing with them, put them in the chat and we will help out, or even in the comments, and we'll mark it later.
Absolutely, yeah. We are live, so you know, leave us some of these comments, and we'll read them out if you use them well. Well, if you use them at all. The next one we're going on to, there are lots of different ways to say it. There are loads of different ways to say this, and different levels of vulgarity. So you could say it, and it's not very rude, and then you could say it in a different way and change one of the words, and it becomes very, very rude. Charlie, if you don't care about something, how would you say you don't care?
I might say I don't give a crap. I don't give a crap.
I don't give a crap. Okay, so that's fairly rude, isn't it? If you don't give a crap.
Yeah.
You wouldn't say that to your grandmother if she was still with us.
No, I probably wouldn't ever use that phrase in front of her because it would show that I don't have an opinion in quite aggressive way. No matter the phrase or no matter the word at the end, it's still quite like heartless, isn't it?
It's it's true. Yeah, if your grandma's telling you what she's made for lunch, and you say you don't give a crap, it's rude either way. But there are different ways you could offend your grandmother even more. So if you said, I don't give a rat's ass, for example, I think she would probably break down in tears.
She would, yeah. She's no longer with us, so she might not anymore, but yeah.
A rat's ass. So this is, well, the bottom, the bum of a rat. In America, they say a rat's ass. We say arse. But it's not the only, animal we can use in this. We can use a different animal, can't we, Charlie?
Yeah, we could use anything. You can go crazy with this. Monkey, monkey's arse. I don't give a monkeys. You can just say I don't give a monkeys.
That's
You don't need to even say the bottom.
Yeah, we know we're talking about the bottom. It's always the bottom. But yeah, a monkeys and a toss. I don't give a toss, which is a weird one because a toss is like a throw. So I don't know where this came from, Charlie.
I'm going to check. But yeah, it is throw, food, move, coin, movement, throw. There's lots of meanings. A toss, food toss.
So that's another way to say don't give a toss, don't give a damn, don't give a rat's ass. I don't care. These are good ways to say it, but it's rude. You know, say it for your mates and these kind of informal situations where you're having a laugh with your friends. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Which one would you go for?
Don't give a toss. Probably toss. I like toss.
Do you?
Yeah. Give a toss. Yeah. Don't know why, but I like it. In other languages, they have other things they don't give. You know, that they would say, like in Spanish, they don't give an egg.
Do they?
It's quite. They don't. It's more like it's as important as an egg or something like that. But yeah, they're basically saying they don't give an egg. They also say a pepper. I don't give a pepper.
I don't give a pepper.
Yeah, they just don't value peppers, apparently.
I don't give an old sweet potato. Could you say that? A rotten egg. I don't give a rotten egg.
Is that what? Do we say that?
No. No, not in that phrase. No.
Yeah, no, they say egg. And another one that's really weird. They say I don't give a cumin. Yeah, the spice, cumin.
Cumin.
Yeah, you know cumin. You put in your chili con carne.
Yeah, only that. Yeah.
Don't use it anything else. But we're doing well, aren't we? People definitely wouldn't say to us, "Don't give up your day job."
Hey, very good. Yes, they certainly wouldn't. Don't give up your day job is a nice phrase to tell somebody who is trying a new hobby, perhaps, and they're showing you their talent, and you think they're not good enough to make it as a professional in that area or industry. So hopefully they do have a job, so you can say, don't give up your day job. But if they're not employed, then you're just going to remind them that they're poor and they have no skills. So probably don't use that phrase, right?
Yeah, don't use it to people if they're unemployed. Absolutely not. But did anyone say this to you, Charlie, when you posted a video on Facebook on our group of you playing the drums?
No, they didn't. But maybe they were thinking it.
They needed this phrase. They needed this phrase to kind of say that.
Were you saying that they didn't know it, but if they did, they would have told me that?
That's it. That's what I'm saying.
Cheers. Yeah. Lizzie and the Walking Boys.
Yeah.
It's a shame.
God, miss those days. So there you go. Charlie tried to play the drums and he posted a video on Facebook of him playing. I thought he did a great job. But if you thought he was playing terribly, you could say, yeah, Charlie, don't give up your day job. Don't give up your day job.
Yeah. And I might just give you the finger if that's the case.
You might give someone the finger. Charlie, what does that mean if you give someone the finger?
It's this. I'm not doing it to you, so you can't get offended, YouTube. But yeah, it's one finger to that person.
But which finger is it? You know, for those who didn't know, because it was on profile.
It's the middle finger. There you go. It's this one.
Yeah. Okay. It looks a bit like that from the side.
Yes.
Very polite of you not to swear at the viewers.
I don't want to offend you, lovely folk.
You're a great man. So to give someone the finger. Have you given someone the finger, or have you given anyone the finger recently, Charlie? Perhaps if you were leaving Germany in your van, were you giving someone the finger out the window?
I was just thinking that, yeah, I have driven from Germany to England with a lot of furniture in a big van, and when you take on a big vehicle, I think you change your character, and I certainly tried to fill those boots or just be a vehicle driver, a big vehicle driver. So I was honking loudly and proudly at people. I was saying, "Ah, watch out!" And then, yeah, giving them the finger if they needed it.
Ah, that's brilliant. Yeah, it's true. If you drive a big car, you become a real man. You need to fill those boots, as you said. You need to become that person, that masculine, really masculine man.
It's something special when you put the vehicle into reverse and you get a beep, beep, beep. Very empowering.
I bet I've always wanted to know how that feels, to have people passers by looking at me thinking, wow, he's a real man, reversing.
Yeah, yeah. And then you stall and then you need a 7-point turn. But no, it was really, really good. And I gave some people the finger. They gave it back. They gave it back.
Great, great. Yeah. If you give it, you've got to know how to take it as well, to receive it. Right.
Very good. Yeah. Yeah. To take something. Yeah.
There you
Take
go.
it.
Oh, Charlie, what I wouldn't give to rent a van and give someone the finger.
You're doing well. You're doing well.
Thanks,
What I
Charlie.
wouldn't give for something. What I wouldn't give for something.
So this is something we say when we really fancy something. We really want to do something or to have something. So I said, what I wouldn't give to rent a car and give someone the finger. So we can use it with a verb and we could use it with a noun, right?
Yeah, like what I wouldn't give for a cheese sandwich right now.
There you go. Yeah. And then what I wouldn't give to have a massage, or what I wouldn't give for a massage. So if we
Yeah.
use the verb, we need to use two, right? And then if we use a noun, we need four.
Yeah. What I wouldn't give to eat a cheese sandwich. I actually just ate a cheese sandwich. I don't want it anymore. I've already had it.
You don't want another one.
No, I'm full.
That's yeah, that'd be stupid if you had another one. But what I wouldn't give for a cup of tea, for I'd love
That very native, very native. Yes, you would blend right in, guys, if you said that to a Brit. What I wouldn't give for a cup of tea, eh? What I wouldn't give for a brew. Would you say that?
a brew, yeah. This is very British. It means a cup of tea. What I wouldn't give for a brew. Brilliant, brilliant. So yeah, say that to your English teacher next time you have a lesson. They will love you. But you've always got to say it in the negative. You can't say what I would give for a brew. That wouldn't work, would it?
No, that would just confuse me. Yeah. So I think we'll go to the last one, Harry. Should we go to the last one now?
Let's go to the last one. So, Charlie, should we give it a rest?
I think so. Yeah, we're going to give it a rest, guys. I think I can tell that you're wanting us to give it a rest, so we are going to give it a rest and say adios for now. Harry, it was a pleasure. Thank you very much. Did you enjoy it?
I enjoyed it. Yeah, it was very nice. Very nice. It was a lovely time. And now we know lots of idioms with give. And I think we'll continue this in our lesson because there are tons. There are tons. So that was the last one. Give it a rest. It's when you want someone to stop doing something. So maybe if your kids are messing around and you just want them to be quiet, you'd say, what, Charlie?
Give it a rest, kids. I'm trying to watch Harry and Charlie teach us some idioms about give. Give it a rest.
Yeah, exactly. Or if your colleague is just chewing really loudly next to you and making conversation with you, and you just want to concentrate on your work, what would you say to him?
Give it a rest, Colin. You're chewing like that all day. Pack it in. Pack it in. Give it a rest. Synonymous.
Lovely, lovely. So thank you very much for joining us live, guys, and for those that watched it after. It's been a lot of fun. I hope you've enjoyed it. And for your homework, please write an example for every idiom that we have gone over today in this video, and write that into the comments of the video. And we'll give it a read, and we'll give you a thumbs up if you used it well. But thank you very much. Remember to check out italki, like the video, subscribe, hit the bell, tell your friends about us, and keep on learning English. Thank you, Charlie.
Thank you, Harry. Yes, thank you, guys. See you next time on Real English with Real Teachers.